You guys run, I will hold her off. Brother's gonna buy us about 30 seconds of time. What do you think happens when you die? The same thing that happened before I was born. A condom breaks. Man, I wish my mom wasn't black so I could be attracted to her. Machine Gun Kelly posted a picture with Halsey on Instagram. So you're telling me neither of these people are Justin Bieber? Turn them on their sides and you can fit more. It will crisp the top and bottom much better too. I just had a crazy idea for cemeteries. I'm 18 or older, enter. I'm under 18, exit. I pressed the under 18 so that I can watch the kids version. Why is my daughter half black? Those coin cleaning videos. Physicist Michio Kaku suggests dark matter isn't matter at all. It is gravity leaking from a parallel dimension. Is his ass in a parallel dimension? Minors are so good. I hope you meant minors. Nah, he dead us. I think there's a language barrier. I meant underage persons. My hungry ass thought this was shit. Me, I don't want those looks when I work out. She might be down but something is definitely up. Ducks throw bread at bro. This more ill. No, I'm not hearing anyone out. How would the story change if Mark was Finvincible? Would he have an abortion? Finvincible Mary Grayson. No, she would have found out she was pregnant when Conquest pulled the baby out of her. When you surprise your girl with some pizza, but her little brother rushes towards you. Even better, he can get the first bit. Blacks should support slavery. Christians and Jews are who tore us apart. We used to protect you, feed you, and give you honest work, but they forced us to abandon you out into the cold and treat you not as friends, but as enemies. Come home, slaves. We have work to do. Readers added context. What the fuck are you talking about? People with no kids. Who turn your lights off and hand you the remote. I tell Google to turn the lights off and my remote is on the end table next to where I sit. It's 2020, stop using your crotch fruit as employees laughing out loud. Type of shit happening in the back row when the teacher is explaining the test worth 40% of your grade. Poopy. Same director as Schindler's List, by the way. Gas fetish. The internet crazy, we not supposed to know this many people. I'm living in your walls. Make a glory hole. Nga, you look like a bisexual horse. Found this old selfie on my phone. Damn, the sun was really hitting. Men think they are perverted until they find a woman that is actually perverted. The dude that just wanted to have sex in the woods vs the woman that wants to dress him up as Goofy and have him say hayek every time he hits it from the back. Why did I catch my mom watching the Turkish version of House? Sees a guy seizing this man is clearly Armenian, chase euthanize him. I too am in this episode, I think. A 55-year-old man who recovered from the infection still had traces of the virus in his semen 71 months later. Viral load. Hantavirus may linger in semen for 6 years and be transmitted via sex, study finds. My man need to jack for 71 months so they could test. Gun to your head and name one thing Japan gave to the world. Excluding anime. Humans are roughly 70% water. She is made. Anything that is not a horse is made to you. Brothers dripped from head to. Why women pockets are smaller than men's pocket. Mine. Husband. So that you can adjust your balls. I'm getting the fuck out. You walk into a restaurant and see this, what are you doing? Accidentally chaining them all up, saying a prayer, then lighting the place on fire. Them demons need a good exorcism. First of all, I'm sucking on them honkers. Your friend yells help, and you turn around and see this. What's your next move? A D33. Love God. Virgin, willing to change for the right person. Single mama. Love to travel, go on hikes, work out. Who knew virginity was a renewable resources? After circumcision. Weight reduction. Congrats on the most likes, I'll be mailing you my excess skin. Freddie Mercury having a sleepover with some close friends, mid 1980s. Mercury in Uranus. Smile. I can almost see his team prepping him beforehand. Remember to smile after a statement mark, it's how people convey emotion. Smile.eggs. Horse meat and Monster Zero. This is the second such post. With another manufacturer of canned food and another energy drink. Moderators do not want to approve the previous one. That's supposed to be heated up or. Where can I warm up canned food at the zoo? I'd pay a neurosurgeon to cut a hole in my forehead, open the dura, ligate and divide the superior sagittal sinus, slice the falx cerebri, and transect the corpus callosum, so he can ram his dick between my brain hemispheres till the neurons are drenched in his cum. I have a rule that I would never get a tattoo that someone could jerk off to. I'm up for a challenge, post your tattoos. Oh no. A trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 5 people instead. What do you do? What race are they? This guy dug a hole in the sand so his pregnant partner could lie in her stomach. Then sometime later the eggs hatch and the children emerge and make their way into the sea. I shall grant you 3 wishes. I wish my dog could talk. Done. Hey buddy, you've got 2 wishes. First, give me back my balls. Second, remove his. That is so cute. I sometimes record my boyfriend doing cute stuff too, like the way he struggles to get out the chair he's tied to in the basement. So cute. Proud father. My Steam library. Me. My future kid. How would you explain those hentai games? There's a remove from library option. That's a new clearing browser history real mayo. CIA rectal toolkit for Cold War spies. CIA operative. There's no way I can swallow that. The professor. Good news. Just had a great idea for cemeteries. I'm high as hell and just discovered I can fit way more dino nuggets in my air fryer if I put them vertically. Great idea. If you air fry the bodies long enough, you can fit way more in one casket. I don't see how the opener, girl that's a fat ass, can be in any way improved. Laddie, thine cheeks are of thy plumpest variety. Are you all here for this cracked effect wig? The JFK haircut. At what age did you lose your virginity? Lost it on my 16th birthday. Pretty solid gift, not gonna lie. Family always give the best gifts. A teen injected himself with mercury at least 3 times in an attempt to simulate a character called Mercury after seeing X-Men Origins Wolverine. He also had intentional, multiple, spider bites in the past after wanting to become Spider-Man. Warn his parents, he might try to become Batman soon. Meet Jasper, a Nyla Sphinx cat that will 100% haunt your nightmares. I'd still pet it, I'm sure it's friendly enough. You'll never see it coming. My 7th grade teacher that put me in silent lunch died today. Who's silent now? Nude man stabs second nude man on Seattle sidewalk. There can be only one. Guys, be honest, do I look like moist? Matt from Way. Jesus is my face mask. Jesus has too many holes to be an effective mask. My new stepmom is younger than me. Welp. This weekend my dad married his girlfriend. My parents got divorced over my dad cheating with her. I'm 24 and my new stepmom is 20. So there's that, and I'm not sure what exactly I'm feeling right now. Does she have a dad? Fight fire with fire. In the toilet, not the floor. My mother-in-law works at a college and says the girls are awful. Shitting on the floor, leaving used tampons and pads stuck to the wall, and I guess one girl fucked a bunch of dudes and let them fill her up with baby batter, and she figured, let's push all this goop out onto the hallway rug. This isn't speculation or rumor, they caught this girl on camera, and she admitted she did it, because it was funny to her. The expulsion? Not so funny to her. A boy is born. Americans for no reason. Cut copy. Foreskin. Copy paste foreskin. Now you have 8 skin. The love between an aunt and niece is forever. Especially down in Alabama. Using smirk after a normal sentence is the funniest shit ever. Had to bury my wife again smirk. Redditors, what is the horniest thing you've done and regret doing? When I was really young, 11 to 12, I busted in a water bottle on my father's television stand, and several hours later watched him drink it. No dude, no, don't fucking ever say that shit again. It's fine, he died when I was 12. Choking for beginners. Collaring and choking for beginners. Earth Nation Ceramics 40k views 2 years ago. Oh, it's a pottery tutorial. I haven't been able to get the full video, but we just celebrated one of our steam locomotives turning 145 by chucking a chocolate cake into her firebox. We did the same thing for grandma. The truth is under. The body lies at 27.609060-81.206876. Found it. Can I have a bite? Captain Crunch's Ocean Blue artificially maple flavored syrup. Sonicum. What's a fun NSFW history fact? Julius Caesar had sex with many women, including the mothers, sisters, and wives of anyone who insulted him. And while he was on trial for his involvement in the Catiline conspiracy, he got a letter. Cato saw this and wanted to know what it was, but Caesar refused. Cato insisted, and so Caesar read. It was a letter from Cato's sister about all the things she wanted him to do to her. To add to this, he also had sex with many men. There was a saying, Caesar is a man to every woman, and a woman to every man. For instance, Caesar was a top to any woman and a bottom to any man. He seized every opportunity he got. He died as he lived, with several men thrusting into him. What's illegal now, but will likely be legal in the next 5 to 10 years? Fucking your own refrigerator. I'm not sure why it will be legal, but I guess there's just no reason to keep it illegal. Quick, while the Americans are asleep, post pictures of German bread. Didn't think Germans were allowed to have ovens anymore. I'd fuck the shit out a roach if it could arch like that. A squirrel violated my pumpkin. He will never be the same. A squirrel, sure. Neighbor's name is Squirrel. Martin Squirrel. He's into agriculture. Op, you're insane for posting this, laughing my ass off. What are you talking about? This is actually a very rare photograph. One of the few that exists showing his grandma being able to walk. Scorpions glow under av light because I come in every single one. I solved it. Anon was screencasting his hentai onto the TV and he did not know it. That's why his dad wanted him to come look at something on the TV. The dad jerked off to the hentai in about 5 minutes. The dad became disgusted with himself due to post-nut clarity, so he bust into his son's room to punish his son for corrupting him. Not even Sherlock Holmes can come up with a theory on this. Drinking Monster while gaming is the best thing ever. Damn, this is a good life. You've clearly never tried crystal meth. Ayo? Pretty much what they look like when you bite them. I mate. Pretty much what they look like when you bite them. I mate. Delighted to discover that nature has evolved a bad looks exactly like a jam donut. I bet the filling is the same color. The only news I need. Quadruplets, a 1 in 180 million story. A cow has apparently defied great odds and given birth to 4 calves that have been named Eeny, Meeny, Minnie and Moo. Bless cow. Eeny meeny mini moo, who the next to barbecue. My mother used to take me with her to bingo, and in the quiet room I would embarrass her by ripping farts on the metal chairs, and it was so loud. She would get so upset with me. Your app name is Lil plus the last reason you were in the hospital. Lil seizure. Pizza pizza. 1 year in here for $30 billion you have no books, movies, phones, consoles, nothing. Can you do it? Okay, this probably going to sound psychopathic, but listen me. You gotta get food right. I'd just find something really boring, laborious and time consuming to do with my food. Like if it's a protein bar, I'd smash it into really tiny bits and count them very slowly while eating. Ain't even in the room and you've already lost it laughing my ass off. Banks after they learn it's illegal to force someone else to pay a dead person's debt. I say we get an old guy who is about to go, give him all our debt, and when he's gone, so is all the debt. Tada. You just invented Christianity. Reddit, what parts of your family history is interesting? My family tree has this one branch that loops back to itself. R/. Yo, what the fuck, that subreddit has been banned? Damn, I didn't even notice myself. Where am I gonna find weird quirky porn now? Hold up, I'm going to give you my Snapchat real quick. I'm impressed or intrigued by the elasticity of your ass. I didn't know lava lamps could do that. What the fuck happened? I think we can all agree on this. Before you read. Some atoms share electrons and become more stable. Describe a situation in which people share something and everyone benefits. Communism. Communists in China murdered 70 million people. Everyone did not benefit. Communists in Russia murdered 20 million people. Everyone did not benefit. Communists in Cambodia murdered 2 million people. Everyone did not benefit. They did benefit. 92 million people are now closer to God now. I went to bed with a blind girl once. She said I had the biggest cock she'd ever felt. I said, "You're pulling my leg." Then I put my actual penis in her hand and she replied, "No thanks, I do not smoke." Me when I see the frozen homeless men that didn't last through the winter. An estimated 4% of the internet is porn. It's all porn if you have the right attitude. Not gonna lie, I might have been a little too harsh on My Hero Academia. Majestic, no, this thing is too massive. There's trouble, you must evacuate. She's dying but okay. Where they gonna bury the body? Feeling sleepy? Turn your head back and look at the ceiling/sky for 5 seconds. Drives off cliff. 16-year-old surprises 10-year-old neighbor suffering from cancer with a PS5. Genius really, he'll get that PS5 back eventually. Woof woof bark bark, please don't. Bark and let me show you real doggy style. This raises a strange question I never thought I'd ask. If an animal can talk and is consenting, is it morally wrong to pursue this kind of activity? That all depends on why the doggo is talking. Pro-nuclear war. Let's fuck-ee-ing-oo. Nuclear war. Nuclear war. Fire the missiles. Fire. Topple. Summit. Minutman, wake the fuck up, it's TIIME. Fucking 80 years. I've waited for 80 years. Yes. Oh my god, it's happening. It's finally happening. Username checks out, laughing my ass off. We don't discriminate. Big, small, they all taste the same. What context? Cannibalism or sex purposes? Yes. This guy definitely has 6. I never wear a condom and I always come inside. It's the only way to go. And yet no babies or sexually transmitted diseases, but 250 women dick down. The perks of working in a morgue. Life's not fair. Can you imagine they actually portrayed this as a problem for Drake? It is, because Drake can't control himself around women. Just look at the court documents. Blessed sniper. More cursed than blessed. Does this count as a headshot after she fires? First mistake I made in life was winning this goofy ass race. If it was an ass race you wouldn't be here. It wasn't until recently that I learned that centipedes don't actually have 100 legs exactly, and millipedes don't have 1000 legs exactly. I should have realized this earlier in life, given that base 10 is a human invention. It's also never 9 inches, but you men love to exaggerate too. Yeah, and some of you women are like, be gentle, it's been a while, and some guys in you forearm deep, like you are a muppet. I impregnated my girlfriend's daughter, married my girlfriend, and technically had a child with my stepdaughter. You are still talking about The Sims, right? What's the funniest thing that's happened on set in your career? There was a guy who was hit by a crane and killed instantly. I couldn't stop laughing. The match of the group stage. Kids are waiting to watch these matches. Men are waiting to watch this match. Iran vs United States. Loser gets bombed. You're not a real gamer unless you can shove an entire Nintendo GameCube up your ass. Proud to be a real gamer. You're a enemy struck down by Link. What kind of loot are you dropping? Well, I'm currently breastfeeding, so fresh milk. Where do you find women willing to let you do this? Poff, she says that she's never given a blowjob before. That's why I preferred grandma. I've got some free time today, so ask me some questions, and I'll answer as many as I can, guys. #ASKWILF. If you were 2 inches in your mum, and your dad was 2 inches in you, would you go forward to get your dad out of you, or go backward to get out of your mum? Can't wait to have a son, so he can dick me down when his dad not acting right. I shot my load into my stepmother's cake. I regret nothing. Abusive stepmother made homemade cake and frosting. When I had the house to myself, I shot my load into the frosting container. When stepmom got back, she frosted the cake. Later that day, I watched her and all of her mean abusive family eat my cake with cum frosting. Had a slice myself. I bet your stepmom would be less abusive if your fat 35-year-old ass would get out of her house. What actor do you wish would stop getting roles? Kids of famous actors who clearly suck and are being forced into it. Keep my son's name out of your king mouth. And they said they identify as a Cheez-It. Nice. That just means they want someone to eat them. Oh. I identify as a cookie. Oh. So you want someone to get you wet then eat you, got it. Yes. Texas Teacher of the Year allegedly gave student oral sex in classroom. Still sounds like Teacher of the Year. Come on guy, you are being way too mean here. This isn't funny. I for one am very proud of Amy Schumer. It looks like she lost a lot of weight. What is the biggest lesson that employment has taught you? Efficient workers got punished with more work. Big goal. To be hospitalized? How to hide from the girls? It worked. It even worked without any grass. I must be blessed. What innocent movie title could have the same name as its sex parody title? Deep Impact. Toy Story. Buzz and Woody have a whole new look. What are some unwritten rules at a nude beach? No teabagging the sandcastles while pretending your junk is 2 wrecking balls. And why? Fuck zodiac signs. Which one is your favorite piece? Bishop. Fits in my ass better than the others. Pawns are just a tease. How come when an anin girl does it it's cute, but when I do it, I get called a creep and now I'm not allowed within 100 yards of any high school? We truly live in a society. What is the most, and why the fuck do you know that? Fact. Kids under 5 years will often try to hide from a fire, instead of running. Firefighters find the bodies. Apart from cheating, what is the most inexcusable thing in a relationship? I mean, killing the partner's parents and use them as a Christmas decoration should be fairly high. Mark Zuckerberg says Meta employees lovingly refer to him as the Eye of Sauron. I lovingly call my girlfriend an insufferable bitch. And my girlfriend lovingly calls me a creepy stalking asshole. Does she know she's your girlfriend? No. Forced. Man pretends to be a cow in milking competition, gets jacked off for hours. Damn, when and where is the next competition? Pull this silly prank on your friends. You. Friend. Expose nerve. Cut my thumb with a skill saw, almost clean through, and a few days later I saw what I thought was a stray piece of string hanging off the bandage, and when I went to yank it off I realized it was a nerve. Soul temporarily left body. This is an oubliette, la. £975 per month plus utilities. You can only drink one. Strength, poison, breath. Talk to plants. Courage. What is a plant gonna say? Yo, it's mad sunny today. I like that. I like that. Cutting grass. Now you know how it feels to be a girl. I've been waiting 3 months for this. Show this thread. What is the worst advice you've ever received? Kick it to see if there are any more bees inside. There were plenty of bees still inside. Iowa police officer designs patriotic sneaker. Ah yes, the excessive force ones. My son didn't wanna do his schoolwork and stabbed our all-in-one with a screwdriver. Your PC ran into a problem and needs to restart. We are just collecting some error info and then we'll restart for 80% complete. Sorry for your loss. Is it an open or closed casket for the child's wake? I had a black suit. No way. I had a black suit too. I wanna have a black suit. He did have a black suit. At Gwen's funeral, laughing out loud. What leaked sex tape would completely break the internet? Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. What's your fantasy threesome? Me, my bathtub and my toaster. I would jump into our industrial paper shredder so that there's a chance that my body is recycled into toilet paper that you might use. People who have had sex with someone with a disability of some sorts, what was different about that experience? First girlfriend had Tourette's, not the cursing kind, but the twitching kind. Sometimes while giving a handy she would switch the turbo mode on for a few seconds. Girls, there are 5 urinals. Boys, there's 3, actually. I see 10. Sharing is caring. Seeing regulars while working as a street. Seeing regulars while working as a bartender. Seeing regulars while working as a drug dealer. Seeing regulars while working at the abortion clinic. Women hikers throw the kitchen sink at gender stereotypes as they climb scaffold pike with washing stations attached to their backs in fight for equality. When you can't stay in the kitchen, you take the kitchen with you. Most women involuntarily shit themselves during childbirth. How many do it voluntarily? Just your mother. She wanted to produce at least one thing that wasn't going to be an utter disappointment. Men, what advice do you have for men whose wives want to bring a third into the bedroom? Bring a fourth. And a fifth. And my axe. And my sword. And my beau. How do obese people have sex? How do people who weigh around and over 450 pounds, California, 200 kilograms, have sex? Can they have sex in the traditional sense? I mean, no disrespect with this question, just curious. A friend of mine who's an ob/gyn had a pregnant patient who was quite large and also quite forthcoming with details about her sex life. Per the patient, she would lie on her back. She and her partner would lift her excess skin using a broomstick held horizontally across her abdomen. Then she would hold onto the broomstick while he went to town. Honey, get the sex broom. What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One is really heavy, the other is a little lighter. Also, I didn't get banned from the zoo for trying to have sex with a zippo. Collects inheritance. Ouching in the soul. I just thought of the Minecraft experience sound effect. My 12-year-old son asked me to punch him as hard as I could to test his strength. I told him no, but he insisted. He's now been unconscious for around 4 hours. What should I do? Hide the body. Begin the sacrificial ceremony. Some guy eating twice as much meat, so a vegan out there doesn't make any difference. Me eating salad twice as hard to even him out again. Me buying twice as many slaves to undo the work of one anti-slavery activist. Where is the worst place to lose your virginity? Family reunion. Okay, fine. Maybe. But have you seen my cousin? Be a spermaid. Being with my boyfriend is never enough for me. I wanna live in his balls and be a spermaid. Until he ejaculates and you die in a sock. Or in her sister. Hey transphobes, if my asshole isn't a pussy then why does it bleed? Sir, you have colon cancer. You know you're grown up when you watch Harry Potter and find Bellatrix hotter than Hermione. That's cap. You aren't an adult until you wanna bang Professor McGonagall. Mom carries baby for her son and his husband. End of days. Guy played the long game to hit his friend's mom. What's an unusual body feature of yours? I developed arthritis at 16 years old. Also, I have massive ass for a dude. Double cheeked up. God taketh and God giveth. If he can't clap with his hands, God lets him clap with his cheeks. I remember once a researcher at a small university asked me if I'd fuck a laboratory pig for $500. I was just a broke college student, so it took me like 3 weeks to come up with the money. Do not masturbate with Nutella. There go my weekend plans. There's always peanut butter. Plus your dog would happily clean up afterwards. She inspired me to pursue my dream to become a professional guitar. What if you found the Death Note? Write my name in it so people know it's mine. Finish your goddamn sentences on the internet. Nobody is interrupting you. I will never finish my bowl of cum. Phew. Foraging is always so exhausting. MMM. Hey, it could be worse. At least we are not a drone. A drone B's sole purpose is to mate with the queen and then die. They die. How? Whoa. It's just nature. You see, during the mating process. Hey. Oh. Hi, mommy. He. Love you, sweetie. So, yeah, like I was saying. She just really likes being on top. I see.